Netflix is reportedly planning a bid to buy Warner Brothers. What's going on there, brother?
It's big news. And this came out after Paramount was gearing up to place
So
a
we
bid.
talked about that. We talked
We
about
did.
Paramount putting a bid together, a cash bid together to buy Warner Brothers. But Netflix is now, in some Hollywood circles, have said that there is talk of Netflix going and buying out Warner Brothers and getting all of their licensing and IPs, etc. That is crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah. I am on the no side of this. I hope they don't. I'm not sure where you stand. I'm more hoping Paramount wins that bid.
But there's a twist, my friend, that people are not seeing.
Okay.
And I'm looking in the weeds. I'm looking in the weeds. I'm going, oh, there's still somebody that nobody's talking about yet. There's a man with a lot of money.
Can I take a guess?
Yes.
Is it Walt Disney?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was way off then.
Amazon is sitting in the weeds.
Oh, shit. I forgot about Amazon. Okay. No, I really hope Paramount just go broke, man. They're worse than Netflix.
People don't realize there's somebody bigger than Netflix and Disney Plus combined sitting in the weeds.
They are worse than Netflix, in my opinion. They butcher things just as bad as Netflix, but worse.
This guy is a man that likes to have his ego brushed or massaged, right?
Mm-hmm.
And nothing would give him great pleasure to go and become the number one streaming platform, because whoever picks up Warner Brothers is gaining a ton of content.
That's a boatload of IPs,
I mean, it's
man.
ridiculous amount of stuff. Not to mention the latest Harry Potter project.
Yep.
Which is going to make $1 bajillion. Like it or not.
You saw that too? Jar Jar Reacher.
Orange is a new black saber.
Shit.
Oh, man. Because I understand why Netflix is doing this, because Netflix wants to stay relevant. Netflix has been fighting all of these guys ever since all of these guys sprung out to their own platforms, right? Because there was Netflix only before.
Yes.
Right?
They were the only ones doing it.
From there, you had HBO Max, you had Disney Plus, you had Paramount Plus, you had Peacock Plus, I mean, Discovery Plus. You had, the list went on and on and on, right? They all decided to go out their own because they hated the fact Netflix was making too much money.
Yeah.
Right. So they're like, no, we're going to pull it away. They all wanted to crush Netflix. They all wanted to crush Netflix.
They couldn't do it.
They could not do it.
In fact, they're the ones that are losing more money right now.
Because one thing Netflix has is they always double down and they always bring original content to the forefront.
That, yes.
Their documentaries alone have made Netflix a household name.
Their documentaries are probably the best in the world. In my opinion,
just talked about one right now. Charlie Sheen decided to go with who? Netflix.
Yep. If it's one thing they do absolutely right, it is documentaries. They somehow get it to like the soul of the person that they're focusing in on, which is like very hard. It's a very difficult task to do.
Yeah.
You know, like you look at it, and it's not just like true crimes or like insiders from like Hollywood representatives, but they also do it with like food. They do it with racing, like F1, nature documentaries. Like they do it really damn well, man.
Whenever I see streaming platforms collaborating with other platforms, like bundling things together, I right there smell blood in the water. For example, Disney is trying so hard to bundle with anybody out there that would bundle with them. For example, in Canada, they bundle with Crave, which is like an HBO version of Canada, mixed in with some other content. They're bundling with them. They bundled in America. I know Hulu's the same company, but they bundled with Hulu and ESPN, I believe, together to give you the ultimate package.
Well,
It's
didn't they
because
just buy out Hulu?
well, they owned Hulu for a while. It was just
Oh, they did. Okay.
yeah, it was a Disney's division, right? But they put it together now and they bundled it because nobody cares about Disney Plus,
No.
right?
I don't know why I'm still subscribed. I haven't watched anything on there. I mean, I started watching The Bear, but that was it.
Yeah. The Bears kind of fallen off a little bit too.
I people have been telling me this.
Yeah.
I'm only on the first season right now, but people have been telling me this.
The first 2 seasons are fantastic.
Okay.
Just
I
phenomenal.
don't understand how it's labeled as a comedy. I haven't seen anything funny. It's always been serious.
I don't know. It's a drama comedy. I don't know. Who knows?
Okay.
But yeah, they've kind of fallen off a little bit. I've lost interest, and they try to get, when you go to these fine dining restaurants and they give you like this big of a meal, and they say that's an amazing meal. The little. Yeah. That's what Bears become. They were the Philly cheesesteaks of TV shows,
right?
And now they're serving you tiny little hors d'oeuvres with the flour on top. They got too cute.
They went from like their roots to we're better than this now.
Yeah, they gotten way too cute.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, okay. Too much to my liking. So,
gotcha.
But yeah, I think Netflix, if they do end up buying Warner Brothers, will be the kings. I mean, they already are number one, I think, in the world in terms of streaming platform, but they just will be unstoppable.
I worry with what they're going to do, because I look at like different adaptations that they've done with some of the things. I mean, mind you, some of them have been great. Like, I really liked what they did with Cowboy Bebop. I was very sad that they ended that. I didn't agree with it. I think Cowboy Bebop fans are going to, down the road, are going to be like, you know what? Actually, that was a good thing. I can't believe we as a fan base killed that. I look at, but then on the opposite side of things, I see Avatar: The Last Airbender. And a lot of Avatar fans that I know don't like this. They're split. There's no comedy. There's nothing about Sokka being a womanizer, so he can learn about not being a womanizer anymore. Katara calming down with her, oh, the Avatar is going to save the world, calming down. I don't know. I just think, I just feel like they're going to ruin a lot of things.
For me, this is such a shift, and because streaming platforms are getting out of hand in terms of pricing as well. Netflix keeps raising their price. Like, it's ridiculous what we started off with is what we have now. And then their argument is we're bringing more content, this and that. But the whole reason why people got streaming platforms was to reduce their cost of cable bill, right? And now, because of the splinter of content being spread out to multiple platforms,
cable's looking good again.
If you add the pricing of everything you need to watch as a general audience, you're teetering on $100 a month.
Yep.
Which is close to what cable prices are.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the
and even then, cable companies are doing bundle packages for those streaming services, so you can just watch. It sounds like a better deal doing their bundles than just subscribing separately to these guys.
Well, my cable company offers me Disney Plus, even though I don't care for it. They offer for free, through their box, right? You go to their, their main home screen, and then you can access that for free. It's included in the bundle. And now I'm hearing that they want to add Netflix in there. They want to add Crave in there for you. Wow. They pretty much want to add everything there for you, so you don't leave their cable subscription.
Wow. Okay.
Every year that I've watched TV, I've started noticing that every year I reduce my TV consumption, like live TV.
Yeah.
This year being 2025 is the year where I've watched the least amount of TV.
Like you're talking about cable TV, not streaming.
Not streaming. Cable. To the point where I'm like, why do we even have this?
Yeah.
Thank God I only pay $10 a month for it.
That's really good.
And I'm just like, and it's not the basic channels. I actually have a decent amount of channels. I was given a really good deal
Right,
because
right.
I got my internet with them, right?
You can
So
just say you got family working for you in there, man.
no, I don't have family.
Just playing.
Family. I don't have it. They gave me a great deal for
Yeah.
internet. They're like, hey, you want to add TV to that? I'm like, well, not really. I don't want to pay $80 a month. They're like, no, it's $10 a month. I'm like, okay, let's check it out.
Okay.
$10 a month. I have sports on there. It's like your middle package, right? It's
Got
like
you.
one step above basic. It's got some sports in there, and you got your major channels like TLC, Discovery, and all that stuff in there. So I just did that. I'm like, in case the family wants to watch something, there's something there all the time.
Right.
But my family doesn't even watch it anymore. They all go to Netflix
Or
they go
YouTube.
or YouTube. Like majority of my time is on YouTube. I find great content on YouTube. I have at least a list of 50 YouTubers that I can watch.
I learned something yesterday that Japan is planning to do because they don't really care for the streaming platforms and stuff anymore. What they're looking to do with their entertainment industry, anime and everything, is to put it all on YouTube for free. For free. And then the plan is to just collect the ad revenue when people watch.
Why not?
I think it's actually pretty damn
is genius.
Yeah.
Because that's where the viewers are going anyways.
Yep.
Every generation now has got an iPad in their hands because parents want to, put their kid in front of an iPad and so they can do their stuff and not be bothered by the kid every 2 seconds.
Yep.
That's the new generation. They're all handed devices, and what do? They put on YouTube Kids.
Yep. If I don't have to pay another like $15.99 a month for my Crunchyroll subscription and get it all on YouTube for free.
Crunchyroll's it's on its deathbed anyways. It's barely surviving.
Yeah.
Because the viewership's gone down.
They should never shut down Funimation.
Never.
As soon as Sony bought Crunchyroll and then they were like, we're going to shut down Funimation, competition lost, gone.
Yeah. Dead in the water. So, I think going back to this, nobody's realizing there's Amazon sitting in the weeds going, hold on here a second. We're not going to allow Netflix to be the number one here because Amazon making a strong push. And another person or another team that's sitting there in the weeds is Apple as well.
Well, okay, you know what? I'm okay with Apple. They've been making.
I'm not okay with Apple. They just raised their price from $5.99 to $13.99.
Fair, but they make good shows, man.
But is it $13.99 worth?
I mean, if they buy Warner Brothers, that might be.
They have the money,
right?
This is crucial. Netflix needs this to survive the next decade.
You think so?
Oh, I think so. Because
I think he'd be okay. They're the OGs of the streaming world,
because you have Amazon and Apple buying up studios, right?
Yeah.
So and they have more money than Netflix.
Yes, that's true. They do. You're not wrong.
And so as they get bigger, less likelihood of them collaborating because sometimes Amazon right now has some shows that they collaborate with other studios like MGM. They bought MGM. Amazon bought MGM.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they bought MGM. So they own all that James Bond library, all of it.
Okay. Wow.
Right? So they took away a lot of licenses that Netflix had on their platform from MGM.
Wow.
So, and Disney did that to Netflix a while back. They took all the Disney stuff off, right? So the only way Netflix survives is if they innovate, have their own IP, or they buy up studios. Because if they don't, these other companies will, and then they'll have less content. Because you can only make so many documentaries. You still need other content, right?
True. Yep.
Like legacy movies and TV shows need to be on there. Like, for example, Seinfeld needs to be on Netflix. It makes tons of money for them because the viewership's still strong there.
I mean, The Office is still on Netflix because that's the people's draw.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've lost count the amount of times I've watched The Office on Netflix over and over and over.
There you go. So I think you have Apple and Amazon sitting there. This is not, there's not an end right now. I think there's still things brewing in the background. It just it happens so fast. Like we just talked about Paramount, all of a sudden this week Netflix. So what's stopping next week from Amazon getting on this and saying, "Oh, hold on a second, you have a bid, well, we have a bid too," then, right?
So let's say Amazon does throw their hat in, Apple does throw their hat in. Out of the four, like Paramount, Netflix, Amazon, and Apple, forget everything else. Just like we're looking at content that they make. Who would you want to win this IP?
Who do I want and who do I think is two different things.
Yeah,
I
my thing would be who would you want?
I would want Netflix to win it because I've been a Netflix subscriber from day one.
Right.
I like their story as well. Do I like their price increases? No, not a fan of that at all, of course. Who do I think is going to win? I think it's going to be Amazon. If Amazon enters the ring.
Fair.
If Amazon enters the ring, Netflix is done. There's no way Netflix is winning this.
Right.
Unless, obviously, Warner Brothers decides to tell Amazon to take a hike. Right? We don't care
Fair.
about how much money you're going to throw at us. We don't want to deal with you. We're going to move it to Netflix.
Right.
But I think Amazon's going to win if they enter the ring. And I won't be too unhappy. I know you're upset. Will be upset about it because the reason why is I'm a Prime member. It's already included in my package, which is a brilliant thing they did. Right? That was the brilliant thing they did.
Yeah.
They put it in the Prime thing where you need Prime. Well, then you get all this with it anyways. But that's
and then for $4 extra, you get it without ads.
Yeah. Which they can go kick rocks. We don't do ads. This is not an ad. It's an ad. If I have to watch Tide commercials, it's an ad. But yeah, I think stay tuned. I think there's more to this, but I'm hoping that Netflix does. Yeah, Taz says, I wish Amazon using HBO as UI their navigation. Yeah, they you can tell they don't put money into their format. They don't care about the UI. They do not. For the longest time, you couldn't even forward the episodes properly.
That's true.
Right? So I don't think they care about that, but we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that Netflix does get HBO, just because I think for me they're my number one streaming platform by far and away. I don't use any other ones. Like Paramount, I barely use it. I canceled Paramount, I think, within the first couple of weeks. I'm like, there's no content here.
Okay.
What? Tulsa King? That's it? I'm like, come on. Gonna maybe pay $10 a month for Tulsa King.
Fair.
Yeah, so that is our topic of the evening. Netflix, hopefully you guys get it, but the big boys are waiting in the weeds right now, Apple and Amazon. This story is to be continued.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on this one.